Hey guys, Metal Jesus here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Fixture S1. It is a mount for your Nintendo Switch that allows you to use the Pro Controller. And originally saw this at an expo in Arizona a couple years ago. A guy had a little vendor booth set up and he was demoing it, and I immediately knew it was something that I wanted. And I'm excited a couple years later to have one actually in my game room for review. I do want to let you know though, in the interest of full disclosure, that this was sent to me for review. However, nobody's reviewing this video or anything like that. All of the opinions are my own. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So first off, to start, I do love the Nintendo Switch. It is one of the best handhelds that Nintendo has ever made. And of course, they've made a ton of them. However, of course, it's not perfect. That's because the Joy-Cons, well, they work, but it's just, the thumbsticks are not, that deep. They don't move that much. Obviously, they have the notorious drift going on. And then honestly, that D-pad is just, well, it's not even a D-pad. It's the directional buttons. It's just not my preferred way of doing it. 99% of the time when I am playing my Switch and it is docked, I am always using the awesome Pro Controller. I love this controller. I couldn't have a Switch without it because it is just so comfortable. The thumbsticks have much more travel. It's much more natural for gaming, and it's got a proper D-pad. And so what this mount does, or claims to do, is allow you to use the Switch Pro Controller with your Switch. And we're gonna take a look at it. All right, so here it is. And this is the mount. And right off the bat, you can tell it has incredibly sturdy hinges. They say in their press release that they actually use metal hinges, and man, it feels like it. Like these things do not move. There is some serious tension there to keep those angles exactly where you want them to be. You can also see that there's rubberized little nubs here to probably keep the Switch screen in place and also not damage it. Also notice that there is little notches here as well, so you can tell that it is designed specifically, obviously for the Switch. So let's go ahead and attach it. Take off the Joy-Cons. Actually, let's go ahead and put the controller in first. Wow, nice little snap there. You can see that there's a hole there so you can charge it. So once you've got it in there, you don't even have to pull it out to charge it, which is nice. Also, you can see I want to say what controller port that is, but what number you were assigned to. But yeah, it's in there. Nice snap, and then let's go ahead and attach the. Oh, I see. Okay. Switch itself. Oops. Okay, like that. Yeah, and it's very sturdy. So the idea here, again, is that you should be able to use your preferred controlling method, which is the Pro Controller, with the Switch, and do it. Let's see, hopefully my Pro Controller is actually charged up here. Okay, cool. And it is really sturdy. Like it's not going anywhere. Now, what's interesting about it is that you can make it so that the center of gravity can kind of be however you want it to be, depending on the angle that you're sitting at. Because, in reality, you are going to be gaming with additional weight, right? You have the Pro Controller itself, which is, obviously heavier than the Joy-Cons, plus the mount itself, which isn't heavy, by itself, but altogether, it is going to be a little bit more of a gaming weight than you're probably used to. Like, it's really sturdy. Like, that controller is not coming out. Neither is the screen. And those metal hinges, I mean, they really, you can make it exactly the angle that you want. Like I said, it's kind of weird to be playing it this way because I'm actually having to kind of look through the camera a little bit and get an angle that you guys can see it at, which is a little odd. But again, I can tilt it any way that I would need to, which is cool. Okay. And, you know, again, just right off the bat, using the Pro Controller, this is the way that I prefer to play any and all Switch games. Again, the Joy-Cons are fine. I mean, I've actually hadn't dealt a lot with drift with those thumbsticks, but I know enough people have that obviously they've had to get them repaired or replaced from Nintendo. For me, 99% of it, like I said, if it's a dock, it's being played with the Pro Controllers here. And now, honestly, with this, I'll just use this all the time. And the benefit of the Pro Controller, as I mentioned, is just the much improved thumbsticks. They're just, I mean, they're like a proper modern controller thumbsticks. Plus, you have the ergonomics of the, I don't know what you call these down here. I want to say wings. That's not what they're called. But you know, the palm rests or whatever they are. And again, you can see the angle there. And it's, you know, you're not going to be banging around while you're using it, but those metal hinges, man, they stay. You know, you can have it however you want. You can have it, you can almost have like a, what's the NVIDIA Shield that kind of looks like this. So looking at the mounts here, you can see that, for instance, it doesn't block the vents for the actual Switch itself, which is important because the Switch sometimes does get hot when you're playing games and you need to be able to cool it off. So it's not using a ton of, you know, it's not blocking a bunch of space back there, so it shouldn't damage the Switch at all. And again, it keeps it pretty tight, pretty snug. They also advertise that this can be a stand as well. And yeah, you can, again, it's wide enough there that where it can definitely balance it. So you can see that there. So if you wanted to set it on a table like this, a little bit, you know, it could wobble back and forth, but it does have a rubberized bottom here for that reason. So if you want to put on glass or something like that. And again, you can adjust its angle and yeah, it's going to stay there. And then the other thing I want to mention is that they have a travel case as well that's designed to work with it. And you see it here. Got kind of a nice hard construction there. And so put that in there, I guess go like that, maybe. It's got space here to carry 10 games. And then you can put your Switch in there. And then zip it up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, the Fixture S1 mount for your Nintendo Switch and Pro Controller. It sells for $35 at Amazon. I'll put a link down in the video description below. And like I said, if you are someone like me who prefers to use your Pro Controller, this is kind of a no-brainer. Like I said, I've been waiting to get my hands on this since the first time I saw it several years ago at that expo. And it does exactly what they advertise. And it seems like it's really well thought out. And it's probably going to be the way I portably play my Switch from here on out, because like I said, this is the way I prefer to do it. But like I said, if you want to learn more about this, I'll put a link down in the video description below. As always, guys, I want to thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.